Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the June 9th meeting of the Pequannock Township Council. Ms. Marsh?
In accordance with the requirements of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was included in the annual meeting notice, which was filed in the office of the Township Clerk, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, published as legal notice in the Suburban Trends and Daily Record newspapers, and distributed to all persons requesting notice in accordance with Township policy.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a prayer and a moment of thanks for individuals serving our nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Most gracious Providence, we ask that you bless this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding, so that every deliberation will result in actions which will promote the common good and general welfare for all of the people of Pequannock Township. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Dreese?
I am here.
Mr. Cole?
Here.
Mr. Siracusa?
Here.
Mayor Russell is not with us. Deputy Mayor Florence Lynch?
Here. Okay, and there are no presentations scheduled for this evening, so we're going to move right on to reports from volunteers at this time. Are there any reports or comments from any of the volunteers serving our community? No? Okay. The next item...
That'd be you guys if you're here for this.
Yeah, is that, I was going to say, I thought you were coming up. You were thinking public comment, weren't you?
Just here for that, come from chairs.
No, you guys are volunteers serving our community.
Then we've done it under both headings at one time or another. Hi, I'm Paul Havman with the Historical Society.
Martin Williams, also with the Historical Society, Ramapo Road.
Take it away.
We're just here to kind of update you on some of the things the Historical Society is doing. We have a number of programs coming up. We and the Historical Commission are collaborating with an event at PV School on Thursday, celebrating the 75th anniversary. Thank you, Dave, for being part of that. Our role has been to find volunteers from each of the decades that PV School has been open. And they're having an event on Thursday where they're going to be looking at the history of the school as well as the social and political activities for each of those decades. And we got a volunteer to come to talk about what the school was like in those different decades. For those of you who went to PV School, you know how different it changed as the different additions came in and different things went on, and sometimes there were 3 grades and sometimes there were 4 grades and sometimes there was a high school students in there if you were back from the 50s. So it's going to be a great event. Sunday, we are having a 3-piece chamber group.
String trio. Called Music for the Moment. They're acclaimed musicians who have performed in many venues, and they've agreed to appear at Martin Berry House. Play some patriotic music, and they promise there will even be a sing-along of at least one patriotic song.
Maybe more.
And as many as we can wheedle them to do. This is in conjunction with our regular open house, that we would be there anyway. So the performance starts at 1:30, but the house will be open from noon. So if you want to come by and see the house and then have a seat in our spacious front hallway and listen to some really nice music, you are certainly all invited.
Thank you.
You want to talk about the Liberty Pole?
Yes. Let's talk about the Liberty
You talk about the
Pole.
Liberty Pole.
Okay. You all know Joe Jorgensen. He has decided he has taken it upon himself to reconstruct the Liberty Pole, or sometimes known as the Victory Pole. They used to stand right out there on the turnpike about a million years ago. I'm not sure we all know the full history of that, except from a couple of postcards that show it. So Joe said that would be a great way to honor the 250th. So he is making this his personal project. He's going to construct it. It's going to be about 20 feet high. And some of you know he has applied for and received permission to mount it out there, and also with the permission of the church as well. The unveiling is going to be, I think, September, you said?
The day of the street fair.
September 20th.
Right.
Yes.
September 20th is the dedication.
That is the plan, and hopefully everything will go according to schedule, and he'll be able to finish it in time. And for that, we plan to have a nice little ceremony too. And again, you're all invited since it's right out front.
There will eventually be a plaque added for it, but that's not going to happen this year.
No. First, we have to agree on the wording and all of that other stuff. But the Liberty Pole, the latest rendition I've seen, will have a cap on top. A Liberty cap, as it were. Yeah, there's a name for that. And I forget the French name, but I forget what it is.
It's a Phrygian cap.
Phrygian cap. You Google that later like I did. We did not bring any flyers, but if, with your permission, we'll just email it to you sometime later.
I did see the one that was put on Facebook, and where they are, he's trying to raise funds to help. So there is a donation request out there right now. If you want, I can pass it around if anybody wants to see it. I'm not sure if that's the actual picture of the pole that he's doing, but...
That is what's known as an artist's rendition.
Okay.
The actual one we'll see will probably be closer to the one in the postcard, which I'll also send around for your curiosity.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question about that, quickly, Mayor?
Sure.
Yeah, just, Paul, you mentioned that permission had been obtained. I know Mr. Engelbart had previously talked to me about the fact that permission was obtained from the church.
The consistory, I think.
Right.
And they came in front of council a while ago.
Conceptually, but we don't know. Public Works, Engineering, my office have no idea where it's going to be or any other details about it. So I think that's an important component prior to moving forward based upon sight lines and the presence of a crosswalk and a number of other elements to this. So if I could respectfully recommend to the governing body, I think there might be some review that would be required prior to the erection of the pole to ensure there are no issues.
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
I just want to be clear that you said permission had been granted, and I'm ignorant of all of the details.
Okay.
So that's where I think, before we run into a challenge and problems that could come up, I'd rather get out ahead of anything that could be a concern.
Right. I'll give Joe a gentle nudge. Right.
Thank you.
We are, the Historical Society is helping with the project. It's really the Historical Commission that's taking the lead on it.
Okay.
Joe's a member of that, so we will share that back.
As of now, I have a blank paper. That is the extent to which I am aware of what's happening. And the Public Works and Engineering Department are in the same boat. So if we could just caveat any approval with a review by the staff and professionals, I'd just like to make sure that's known for the record.
We know how much you like surprises.
Yes, sir. No surprises.
It's been a long...
I was at the commission meeting last week, and those things were talked about at length, and they're not sure about that yet either. So.
Okay.
So as of right now, it's still just a vision.
A lot of it is, yes.
It's a pole that Joe's going to build, but has nowhere to put it yet, officially.
My concern is always on Friday it's not there, and then on Sunday it's erected, and I come in on Monday and it's a problem. That's what I want to avoid.
Right. Yeah. Yes, I would.
That would make sense. Okay.
Pass that along.
It would. So the last thing we'd like to tell you about, on July 12th, we're having a program. Pequannock celebrates the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. We're doing it at the Martin Berry House. We have a speaker coming from a professor of history from William Patterson University coming to talk to us on Crossroads of Liberty, the Declaration of Independence's legacy in New Jersey. And then we're going to read the Declaration. We have it set up for three readers to go through it. We have secured high school student and Eagle Scout Damian Giozzi. Some of you may know him. He's been in a lot of performances and active in town. And a member of the Historical Society Board, Albert Fensky-Williams, is going to read. And we're waiting to hear from the third person we've reached out to. And there's a chance that the Bloomingdale Cornet Band will come and play for us also at the event. So, can I give everybody a flyer?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. I had a blue sky idea. Since this is the historic Newark Turnpike.
Are you inviting any county people to
Setting up
this or
an
being
actual
in town?
turnpike.
anybody.
collecting tolls for the Historical Society. But I was shot down early on by that.
So,
Martin?
Extra for Carol?
Thank you.
So with many of the things the Historical Society is doing, it's a first for us. It's not the first time we're offering a program, but kind of a program on this scale. And we're doing it outside. We're planning to do it outside. So we have a couple of process things we have to work through. We're going to need to look for a tent. We're going to need to look for a sound system, and just kind of put together some of those things. But we'll figure that out.
Indeed.
It'll all come together.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
You got an entire month. How much trouble?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is public comment. The next item, this comment period will be limited to a total of 30 minutes. Additional time is reserved for later in the meeting. We welcome comments and suggestions and questions. However, the purpose of this time is to allow public comment, not to engage in dialogue. If you have a specific question, please feel free to pose it and then follow up with staff via telephone or email. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. If anyone wishes to address the council, please wait to be recognized and come to the microphone and provide your name for the record. Joanna?
Good evening. My name's Ken Bald. I reside at Carroll Place in Pequannock, Dave's old neighbor. Anyway, I'm here again, once again, to propose to name the swim lanes after the late Herb Bell, Coach Herb Bell, who was the coach for 15 years of the Piranhas with an undefeated record, and we think that would be a great honor for his legacy to name the swim lanes after him. I supplied a picture of what it would look like if it was done, and I apologize, that's a little bit off-centered. That's because I had an 8-year-old do it. Probably if I had a 10-year-old do it, it would have been better, but we'll just deal with it. It'll be straight when we put it up.
It's not AI, I give you credit.
It's not AI, it's not credit, that's for sure. I was at the parent meeting for the Piranhas Association, Piranha Swim Team, the other night, and there was approximately 36, 38 adults there. I proposed it to them to see what their reaction was, and it was a unanimous decision to support it 100%. They all thought it was a great idea. So once again, we've gone over the facts of the whole thing about it. I would ask the council once again to approve this request. Comments have been made about we don't like to name things for people in town. I didn't do any research, but I was told by other people at the meeting the other night, there's a field at the Little League field on Washington that's named after someone. The library room, a new library room was just redone, that's named after someone. A little-known fact that the boulevard at Jacksonville Road is named after someone that I do believe passed away in Vietnam. All these people definitely deserve what was given to them. I'm not trying to say it's not, but I just wanted to make the simple fact that we do name things after people. So at this point in time, Coach Herb Bell had been a great, phenomenal influence over many, many kids and families in this town. He passed away about 1.5 years ago, and I think it would be a great thing for his legacy to name the swim lanes after him. And as I said one time before, this would be a temporary sign. It would go up beginning of swim season, and it would be taken down right at the end of swim season. So we're talking late June, early August. We put it away for the winter, and then once again, we would put it back up. So thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate your taking this into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else for public comment? Yes, come on up.
Good evening. My name is Henry Malarczyk. You need me to spell that for you?
Sure.
Yeah. M-I-E-L-A-R-C-Z-Y-K. Polish. I'm used to spelling it. So.
Not your first time out.
Yes. And I live at 290 Newark Pompton Turnpike. So I'm here today because over the past few years I've had the privilege of interning in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill for the late Congressman Bill Pascrell and Congressman Pat Ryan in New York. And during my time in Washington, I was able to purchase a United States flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol. In celebration and honor of the upcoming 250th, I thought I would gift that flag and accompanying certificate of authenticity from the architect of the Capitol to the town.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice, thank you.
Very, very
Yeah,
nice.
so I don't know who I should give this to. Or...
I guess I just got on.
So that's basically all. Also to the gentleman from the Historical Society, I'm a alumni of the middle school and of the Bloomingdale Cornet Band I played
Oh, wow.
a couple years ago as well. So yes, so very excited about all the work you guys are doing. And
Great.
that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Great. Anyone else for public comment? Nobody else? Okay, should we move on? Manager's report. The next item is the manager's report. Mr. Brewer.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. 3 quick things that are in my written report, and then I have 2 additional things to bring up to the governing body, and we have some gentlemen from the Historical Society, so it's refreshing that you're here for Providence. With respect to the items on the council's agenda for consideration this evening, there is the audit, and there's a certification required of the council that the audit's been read. My compliments to the team from an operational perspective. There was one finding that related to the deposits of funds from the construction department, which is at 99 Alexander, within 48 hours. Otherwise, there were no recommendations. So it's a high praise to especially the finance department, but all departments who have compliance issues that are tested annually by the audit. Similarly, there's a corrective action plan that discusses how the issue of not getting the deposits within 48 hours will be addressed. So that is also subject to the council's approval. With respect to 2 grants that have been discussed over the course of a couple meetings, the 2027 New Jersey Department of Transportation Municipal Aid Grant is up for tonight's formal approval. As mentioned before, it was moved from Sunset Phase 3 to Greenwood. And then Foothills Park Trail Phase 2, which was subject to that easement that we acquired from the adjacent property owner. That application will be made to the Morris County Historic Preservation, or the Morris County
Trail.
I'm having a long night. Morris County Parks Commission. The 2 items that are not on the agenda, we received correspondence from the county regarding our participation in the Community Development Block Grant Program. The township can access community development block grant funds, which are federally provided either through a program like the county, or if, based upon socioeconomics, there's direct eligibility. We are not directly eligible. In 2017, we entered into an agreement with Morris County that was structured on 3-year renewal cycles, and the initial 3 years obviously went up, and it renews automatically. For some reason, the county reached out and said, we need confirmation that you're going to continue to participate in this program. I don't think it's a question whether we're going to participate. It's the only way we have access, but absent that authority from the council, I didn't want to respond yes without checking with everybody first.
Yes.
So unless there's any objection, I will respond yes, we'll continue to participate.
Go forward.
And by way of example, this is the program that just provided a grant for upgrade to the bathrooms at the senior house for those who are elderly and have physical challenges.
Excellent.
And then the last issue is, last night, Kurt Leisure and I made a presentation to the Historic Preservation Trust Fund Committee of the county for the township's application for construction documents for the landscaping at the Martin Berry House. The feedback from the committee is the application as prepared and submitted cannot proceed. There were questions over whether it was even eligible based upon the fact that it's not a restoration of a historical aspect of landscape to a period of importance. So there were questions of whether it was eligible, whether it was appropriate, and we were given the feedback that it can't be funded and it will not proceed as it is prepared. They did give a short period of time to say, is there an element that could be of a historic period and could be pointed to that we could scale back or reduce the application to? The historic architect and I are in conversation. You're here, that saves me an email after I've advised the governing body. There may not be, based upon the criteria that they've established and what they're looking for. So some of the questions that the group had then shifted to the chicken coop, and whether or not we shift away from the landscape concept and move towards the stabilization of the chicken coop that is already the subject of a plan that's approved, and the next phase for a grant to the county could be in 2027, where we make an application for construction documents to stabilize and improve and restore the chicken coop. So that may be the next likely or logical thing to approach at the site. Train station's in great shape, house is in great shape, landscape unfortunately isn't something that they're going to fund, so that may be the next structure that we discuss. So we did get that feedback. I know there was some question and some discussion when the application was authorized, and as was suspected, they might have had some issues, and they did.
So that was my only question, was the authorization of the application. We just weren't quite sure, so we just went forward with it anyway. Like, we didn't really know whether we would qualify at the time or not.
My recommendation at the time was let them say no, let us say no.
Okay.
And if they did say no, they did. And if they, and it was a good positive conversation. They respected and appreciated the origin of the application and understood kind of what we were doing. But they did comment and say, we're not really in a strong footing making a recommendation for funding to the commissioners for this because it doesn't meet the mission and the goals of the program.
So is it going to be something, if we want to move forward with the landscaping, it's going to have to be something that's more like a community effort, or
could be volunteers, could be phased in different phases with capital appropriations and the subject of requests, could be public works activity as time and budget presents, could be a number of different solutions. Those are just three. I'm sure I'm not thinking them all as time goes, but that was the feedback that was given, is it's not moving.
I just want to know how do we proceed with this, the naming of the swim lanes? I mean, does this have to be voted on? We have to bring this up at the...
Yeah, because you don't want it to...
So it's a matter of policy. As we discussed the last time Mr. Ball was here, there is no policy that is established saying what can or can't, or who it can be named for and can't be named for. Some towns do have that, we do not. So it is solely a case-by-case basis and subject to the review and approval of the governing body.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think I know we talked about not naming things, but we have in the past.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it either. I mean, it's a temporary thing. It goes up and comes down.
I mean, would that be something that the DPW has to do, though? Take it up and store it and take it down, or will it be done by volunteers?
It's very easily done. There's hardware that you put into the board on the score table, and then you just bolt into it, and then come the end of the season, you take 3 bolts out, boom, and you're done.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know how everybody else feels, whether this is something, John, you're okay with it, Benny?
Yes.
So is this something that we can get on a future agenda? What do we do?
But if there's consensus tonight, I would just respectfully recommend there be a motion to approve the request and then a recorded vote.
Can I have a motion to
I'll make that
approve
motion.
the request?
Well, we're going to get specifics on the color and size and everything else, or is we just going to...
Consistent with the depiction that was previously provided?
Yeah. It's approximately 10 feet wide.
For sure.
But that's the plan, a white background with the light blue?
That's exactly what you're seeing right there would be the sign.
So no Panther colors.
No Panther color.
So you're okay with it?
Yes.
Yes?
There was a motion.
There was a motion.
I need a second.
Second.
Okay, Benny seconded. Okay.
Is there a roll call, or you
Oh,
want
roll call. Yeah, take a roll call.
Mr. Dreese?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Siracusa?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Florence Lynch?
Yes. Great, thank you, Mr. Paul.
Thank you.
All right, we're good there. Moving on. There are no public hearings scheduled for this evening, and there are no ordinances scheduled for introduction. So we're going to move right on to resolutions for approval. Ms. Marsh.
For the council's consideration, beginning with Resolution R 2026-148, certifying that the members of the governing body have reviewed the annual report of audit for the year 2025. 149, approving the corrective action plan for the 2025 municipal audit. 150, approving the renewal of the designated alcoholic beverage control licenses. 151, appointing members of the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. 152, authorizing the acceptance of a hold harmless agreement for 10 Copley Court. 153, approval to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Greenwood Avenue Reconstruction Project. 154, authorizing a 2026 Morris County Trail Construction Grant application. 155, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue in the 2026 budget pursuant to NJSA 40A487. 156, authorizing the issuance of a clothing bin permit. 157, authorizing tax office refunds, overpayments, or cancellations. And R 2026-158, approving payment of the itemized claims as set forth on the June 4th, 2026 bill list and FEMA elevation escrow list.
All right, are there any comments on the resolutions from council?
The only comment I have, and I don't know if we can do anything about it, I believe the one alcohol beverage license that we're renewing is for the diner next to Spa 23. Can we find out what's going on there, or is that out of our swim lane? Speaking of swim lane?
So are they an active license, Tom? They're applying for an active renewal?
They have not said they're not.
Okay.
Well, it's been closed.
Where's the ranch house?
That's the corporate name, I think, that they...
Yeah.
Oh, is that the diner?
That's the diner.
So it's the
I
one
didn't know
that
the ranch house.
closed that's reopening?
I don't know, I heard rumors it's not going to reopen.
Oh, yeah. So how
Should we wait?
Can you wait on that one?
No, well, I don't think we should wait.
No, I don't think so,
yeah.
because all that would happen is we'd have to,
I don't think.
it'd become an, it would
Right.
become a non-use license.
Yeah, so you approve it, and then it might become just...
A pocket license if
Yeah.
they're not using it.
Is there any way for us to contact the owner of the property and say, hey, what's going on?
Do you have contact with respect to that?
Carol would,
The licenses have the contact information.
Is that something we can do, or is that...
something Carol would,
Yeah, Carol-
Carol could do it as the licensing authority, because the question being raised is, should it be, right now, should it be treated as a pocket license if they don't have an actual place?
Because obviously they put an application in for it. But we just
Well, yeah,
don't know.
because they
You'd have to renew it anyway.
they don't want it to go...
Lose, they don't want it to
It
lapse.
doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think
It would be
matters.
nice
They
to
use it,
know,
They use it if they don't.
like
they
you
don't.
said.
Yeah, well, once it gets designated a pocket license, you have a limited period of time now that you
Right.
can have it as a pocket license.
So that's a good point. You don't want it, yeah.
It's a fair question.
It is. Carol, you'll look into that?
Yep.
That's all I have.
And report back? Okay. Does anybody else have anything?
No.
The only thing I was going to say, and I know we talked about this beforehand, because there was some conversation about it. I know on the Copley Court, where we're approving them to put up a vinyl fence and a drainage easement, have we ever, said that somebody can't do that? In other words, it seems like we've approved some of these before, but other times we've, and correct me if I'm wrong, said to people, you have to move that fence because it's on, an easement of the town or whatever. So we're just trying to designate the differences.
Yeah, the benefit of the process that exists in Pequannock Township is it allows people to use property that otherwise has an easement. In most municipalities, that's precluded. So it's a challenge if you have a drainage easement and you can't put a fence on it. So you're restricting the ability of people to use their property because of an easement. So this was a solution to provide for that, which essentially says, we're going to allow you to put this fence up as it doesn't adversely affect the drainage easement, but if for some reason we have to come in and do work on the drainage easement and we need to destroy your fence, that's on you, that's not on us. So they've never been denied in my experience, because if there are challenges or issues, they're typically handled at the staff level. There was one example where there were some zoning issues. I believe Mr. Cole identified it, and it wasn't approved. It went back to the zoning office. Those were cured, and it was approved at a future meeting. But
That
I
was
think
the multiple shed
the multiple
thing?
sheds. I believe that's the only time it's ever been questioned.
Okay.
But now the staff knows to ensure there's no zoning challenges before it advances to the council.
And I think maybe what she's referring to is if you don't get permission,
Right.
and you just go ahead and
Do it.
do whatever you want to the
Then-
property that's not yours.
then you might
Well, then
get
you're going to
called
get the
on.
hand slap.
Right, and that's
Right.
the
Or if there's an
discussion
issue.
I had with the person that brought it up to me.
Yeah,
I
this
just wanted to
isn't...
clarify for other people, because there was a resident, I guess, who had reached out to somebody about it.
Yeah, and having done this in several places, this is a nice solution to a challenge that allows people to maximize the use of their property.
Okay. Yeah, and it's on their property. It's just
their
an
property,
easement
it's not
that we
somebody
have
else's.
It's their
access to.
Correct.
So-
You just have an easement,
good
and
point,
you're
John.
restricted.
There's a little bit of a
Yeah.
difference between building on your property and
Correct.
building on somebody else's property.
Correct, yeah, and that was the
And we've had those requests.
And that was the clarification that we
Yes.
gave to the person, so, all right, I just wanted you to say it for the public, so thank you.
I'll let Vinnie make the motion.
All right, who wants to make a motion for the,
Well, what are we doing with 150? Are we approving both of them?
Yeah, I would say we approve both.
Okay,
and-
that's fine. No, I'm just
That's some
talking about it.
Yeah,
Make the
right.
clarification.
make a motion to
Resolution
approve?
2026-148 through 2026-158.
And I need a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Roll call?
Mayor.
Mr. Dreese?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Siracusa?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Florence Lynch?
Yes. All right, and there are no items for discussion this evening, and there are no reports or notices. So next on the agenda is council reports and announcements. Councilman Derisi.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. I'd just like to thank Paul and Martin for coming and talking about, some of the activities going on in town. It's nice to see volunteers come and hear what's going on, so thank you for that. And also, like Adam had mentioned, congrats to the team in town. The audit looks good. Wasn't anything major, so good job on that. And it's been a nice summer so far, so keep enjoying it.
All right, that's it, thank you. And Councilman Cole.
I really don't have anything. The planning board did not meet this past Monday, and I missed the Company 1 Fire Department meeting because I was in the midst of moving, so I should have went to that meeting instead of moving.
But you got through it.
But I got through it. That's all I have. Yeah, nothing really. Thank you.
Okay. And Councilman Siracusa.
Yep, so great job to the team on the audit, very well done. I know it's not an easy thing to maintain that consistency throughout the year, but let's see, we didn't have an open space meeting, nothing significant to report from the Parks and Rec meeting, but one thing, I attended the scholarship award ceremony at the high school, and we really have some impressive young folks that are graduating from the school, and that goes to a lot of hard work from parents in town to the schools, to where they're going to college, and I just know, what work it takes for these kids to kind of to get those scholarships, to get into these colleges, universities, how competitive it is. So I just wanted to, just make notice of that publicly for those young ladies and gentlemen who are doing just the great things, and also to all the people who provide those scholarships for those in need, because college is very expensive, especially out of state tuition, which is like double. Right now, I know that firsthand, and I'm a victim of that, if you will. But seriously, that really helps out with those scholarships to those young folks, and the donors are being so generous as to offer those scholarships to those folks. Otherwise, I don't have anything else to report. Thank you.
And just so everyone knows, the middle school graduation is the 17th, and the high school graduation is the 18th.
Yep.
And congratulations to the team. I should have said that too, Mr. Brewer.
Okay, and I just have a couple of things. Again, thank you both for coming and talking about the 250th celebration. We're glad to see the organizations and committees doing stuff, and I'm sure there'll be more to come on the Liberty Pole. So we're looking forward to hearing about all that. What else? Pride Fest was this weekend. I could not go, but I'm assuming it was a success. Shop the Town is this weekend, and that's sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. So for all of you folks, get out there, shop, go to all the shops in town. There's going to be, I guess, a trolley, I think, going up and down, bringing people around. So get out there and support your businesses. Rotary 5K is also this weekend. It's on Sunday. I believe the Shop the Town is on Saturday. The 5K for Rotary is on Sunday. So if you want to come out and support them, they start at Greenview Park very early in the morning on Sunday. What else? Other than that, I don't think I had much. I was going to also say PV graduation, as Dave mentioned, is the 17th, and high school graduation is the 18th. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. out of town, so I'm not going to make either of the graduations this year for probably the first time. So that's unfortunate, but congratulations to all the graduates. Okay?
The lumberyard is having a grand opening.
Lumberyard. Is there a grand opening coming up?
Yeah,
I missed that.
They didn't ask us, but I saw it on social media. What's the name of the new lumberyard? Is it Pequannock Lumber?
Oh, yes. There's, if you know, Maresca's lumber was sold to, now it's called Pompton Building Supply. I don't know if they're going to reach out.
Grand reopening on June 13th from 8 to 2.
Right. And it could be that they're just doing the grand opening on their own, because I didn't hear anything through Economic Development
One-day
Committee,
sale,
but
clearance
maybe I'll
sale.
tell them. So,
Food and goodies. Stop by for a wiener.
Yeah, there's a couple of new stores in town, businesses in town, I noticed, so that's good. Let's
I heard
keep
it's
that
the
going.
guy that used to be owner of Patriot Pickle that bought the lumberyard.
Pickles to lumber? Okay.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I heard from a builder in
Pickles to
town.
lumber.
He says, that, he's been there multiple times, and never once has anyone come up to him and said, "Hey, thanks for shopping here." And the new owner did. So.
Okay. Anyway, so get out, support your businesses, go to the grand opening on June 13th. 8 to 2. All right. Next on the agenda is public comment. As a reminder, we welcome comments, suggestions, and questions rather than dialogue, and comments are limited to 3 minutes. If anyone wishes to address the council, please wait to be recognized and come to the microphone and say your name for the record. Anyone? Yes.
I'm not going to, but I'd just like to
get up.
ready for your consideration, and thank you for your approval on this. The funds for it will become available from wherever they come from. We're not going to have to tell them anything. Again, thank you very much. Oh, and thank you for having food trucks outside. It's great to have something to eat.
All right, thank you, Mr. Paul. Okay, no one else? All right, approval of the minutes. We don't have any minutes to approve, right, tonight, so we're good?
That's
Next on the agenda is a closed session discussion. Is there a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the Township Council to meet in executive session to discuss matters of attorney-client privilege, personnel related to the municipal clerk's position, contract negotiations regarding tax collector services with the Borough of Lincoln Park, and PBA and SOA contracts?
Yes.
Okay, second?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, at this time, the public portion of the meeting is recessed for closed session. Thank you.